All right, buckle up everyone, because today we're diving deep, deep into the world of ticket issuing clerks. Think it's just about handing out tickets. Think again.
We're going to uncover the skills, the secrets, the know-how to totally ace that interview and rock this career.
And we've got a secret weapon in our back pocket for this deep dives, right?
You bet. We've got RoleCatcher, they've got these awesome career guides, tons of interview questions, and even some AI tricks to help you really nail those answers.
I love it when AI comes to the rescue. So whether you're just curious about this kind of job or you're already polishing your resume, this deep dive is for you.
We're using real interview questions to map out our journey today, to uncover all the ins and outs of what it means to be a ticket issuing clerk.
Okay, so let's start at the beginning. What does a ticket issuing clerk actually do, day in and day out? More than just, ripping tickets.
Way more. It's dynamic, it's fast-paced. Imagine you're at a concert, the energy is buzzing, and you're the one making sure everyone gets in and has a great time.
So you're like the gatekeeper to an amazing experience.
Exactly. You're guiding people, answering their questions, making sure they find their seats. You're not just handing out tickets, you're the face of the event.
You're creating that first impression. That's a lot of interaction with people.
Yeah, tons. It's all about customer service and making that personal connection. You're almost like a concierge, crafting the perfect ticket offer for each person's needs.
So empathy, problem solving, thinking on your feet, that's got to be key.
You got it. And in today's world, there's a whole tech side to the job, too.
Right. Technology. How has that changed the game for ticket issuing clerks?
Oh, it's a whole new ballgame. These days, you need to be comfortable with ticketing systems, CRM, software, all that jazz. You're troubleshooting problems, managing digital platforms, making sure that online customer experience is just as smooth as the in-person one.
So we're talking people skills plus tech skills.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say someone is listening and thinking, this sounds kind of cool. How do they know if this is a good fit for them? What are some things to really ponder?
Well, ask yourself, do you thrive in busy environments? Do you love interacting with people and making their day? Those are big pluses.
But it's not all sunshine and roses, right?
Right. Can you handle those repetitive tasks? How about dealing with the occasional challenging customer? It's not always easy.
That's a good point. Something to definitely consider. Okay, I think it's time to tackle the main event, right?
Interview prep time.
We've got 10 sample questions from RoleCatcher's interview guide to dissect to help you craft amazing answers that'll blow those interviewers away. Ready to kick things off?
Hit me with question number 1.
All right, here it is. How did you become interested in this role? Sounds simple enough, but there's always more to it, right? What are interviewers really digging for with this question?
They want to see your passion. Is this just a paycheck, or do you actually care about this stuff? Do you have a story?
So it's about more than just, oh, I like working with people. Everyone says that.
Exactly. Tell them a story that connects you to the world of ticketing. Was it a specific concert that blew your mind? Maybe a family trip to Disney World where you saw the magic of events unfold?
Ooh, I love that. Make it personal, paint a picture. What are some things to avoid saying?
Cliches. I'm a hard worker. I'm a team player. Those don't tell us anything unique about you.
So instead of saying, I'm good at handling stress, I could say something like, I thrive under pressure. That moment when the line is out the door and everything's buzzing, that's when I'm at my best.
Now you're talking. You've taken a generic statement and turned it into a glimpse of your personality and strengths.
All right, 1 down, 9 to go. What's next on our interview challenge list?
Let's go with, what relevant experience do you have for this role? This is your time to showcase those skills and how they connect to the world of tickets.
Time to dust off that resume and list every job I've ever had, right?
Not so fast. Think relevant. Which of your experiences have prepared you for this job? Customer service roles, administrative tasks, maybe even volunteer work.
So even if I've never been a ticket issuing clerk before, I can still draw connections to my past.
Absolutely. Let's say you worked as a barista. You were taking orders, handling money, making sure those coffee lovers had a good experience.
I see where you're going with this.
You were multitasking, providing friendly service, and probably dealing with a few grumpy customers who needed their caffeine fix. Stat. Those are valuable skills.
Okay, I'm starting to see how my past gigs can actually be relevant. What about experience with ticketing software? Is that a must-have?
It's a definite plus. If you've used systems like Ticketmaster, name drop them. But even if you haven't, focus on your ability to learn new software quickly.
So it's about showing you're adaptable and eager to learn new things. Okay, bring on the next challenge.
Here's a classic. How do you handle difficult customers? We all know those customers,
Oh
right?
yeah, we've all been there. What are interviewers hoping to hear when they ask this question?
They want to know you can stay calm, de-escalate the situation, and find a solution that leaves everyone feeling good.
So it's not enough to just say, I'm really patient.
No, give them an example, a story. Think of a time you dealt with a tough customer and turned things around.
Okay, so how do I tell that story in a way that makes a good impression?
Use the STAR method. Situation, task, action, result. Set the scene, describe what you had to do, what actions you took, and how it all turned out.
The STAR method, I'm going to write that down. That's super helpful. What kind of follow-up questions might come after that?
Be ready for them to dig deeper. What was the most difficult customer interaction you've ever had? What did you learn from it? Things like that.
Got it. Be specific, tell a story, highlight what I learned. I'm starting to feel like an interview pro already. What else do we have?
Let's see. What is your experience with ticketing software? Time to put those tech skills to the test.
Honesty is the best policy here. No bluffing.
Exactly. Be upfront. If you've used specific systems, talk about them. If not, emphasize your willingness to learn.
I'm more of a learn-on-the-fly kind of person. Is that okay to say?
Sure. Just highlight how quickly you can pick up new tech. Maybe mention any computer courses or online trainings you've done.
That's a good idea. Okay, hit me with the next one. I'm on a roll.
All right, this one focuses on organization. How do you prioritize tasks when dealing with a high volume of tickets?
Oh, that's a crucial one, especially during those peak times when things get crazy busy. What are the interviewers looking for here?
They want to know you can handle the heat. Do you have a system, a process? How do you keep everything running smoothly when the tickets are flying and the requests are piling up?
So I shouldn't just say, oh, I'm a great multitasker.
Multitasking is important, but tell them how you do it. Do you use a to-do list? Color-coded sticky notes? What's your secret weapon?
I'm more of a mental checklist person. Is that okay?
Sure, as long as you can explain your system and how it works for you. The key is to show you have a method for staying organized and on top of things.
I love it when organization meets efficiency.
Yeah.
What else is lurking in our interview prep toolkit?
This one calls for a real-life story. Can you give an example of a time when you had to resolve a particularly challenging customer issue?
Ooh, I love those storytelling questions. But how do I pick the right story to tell?
Choose a situation that was tricky, maybe even a bit stressful, but had a happy ending. A time you went above and beyond for a customer.
So a high-stakes story with a satisfying resolution. How should I structure it? Focus on the problem or the solution?
A little bit of both. Set the scene quickly, then zoom in on the actions you took. What skills did you use? How did you solve the problem?
And how do I know if it's a good story to tell?
Did you turn a frustrated customer into a happy one? Did you get positive feedback from your boss? Did you learn something valuable that you can apply to future situations?
I'm already thinking some good ones. What kind of follow-up questions should I be ready for?
They might ask for more details about the situation or your thought process at the time. Be prepared to elaborate.
All right, time to brush up on my customer service war stories. What's next on our agenda?
Okay, this one's a bit different. How do you stay up to date with changes in ticketing software or other relevant technology?
Ooh, they're looking for a lifelong learner. I bet this is especially important in a field that's constantly evolving. What's the best way to approach this question?
Show them you're proactive. Do you subscribe to industry newsletters? Follow thought leaders on social media? Attend conferences or webinars?
What about on-the-job training? Should I mention that?
Definitely. Express your enthusiasm for learning new systems and staying current.
Okay, I'm definitely someone who embraces new challenges.
Yeah.
What's the next hurdle in our interview obstacle course?
Let's wrap up this section with a scenario-based question. How would you handle a situation where a customer's ticket was lost or misplaced?
Ooh, I can already feel the pressure. The clock is ticking. The event is about to start. What are the interviewers watching for with this question?
They want to see you stay cool under pressure. Can you think clearly, act quickly, and find a solution while keeping the customer calm?
So should I just dive right into a hypothetical scenario and start brainstorming solutions?
Sure, walk them through your process. What would you do first? Check the ticketing system, the lost and found, seating charts for any duplicates.
And what about issuing a replacement ticket? Are there any rules or protocols I need to know about?
Good question. Replacement procedures vary depending on the venue, so it's important to familiarize yourself with those policies.
Okay, so research is key. I'm starting to feel a lot more prepared to handle that lost ticket mayhem.
That's what we like to hear.
We've covered a lot of ground already, but there's still so much more to explore in the world of ticket issuing clerks.
We've only just scratched the surface.
We'll be right back with more insights and tips to help you rock that interview and launch a successful career in ticketing.
Welcome back, everyone. Ready for more interview-crushing strategies.
Absolutely. But, before we jump back into those tricky questions, I'm curious about the bigger picture. Like, how do you actually build a career in this field?
That's a great question. It's not just about landing the first job, it's about what comes next.
Right. What does that path look like?
Well, RoleCatcher's Career Guide has some great insights. First off, practical experience is king.
So even if I'm aiming for that dream full-time job, I should consider starting with something smaller.
Exactly. Part-time, entry-level positions, anything to get your foot in the door and start building those skills.
So it's like a real-world training ground. What kind of things would I learn in those early roles?
You'd master different ticketing systems, hone your customer service skills, and get a feel for that fast-paced environment.
Okay, so it's not just about ripping tickets. It's about learning the ropes, the systems, the whole shebang. Now, what about moving up the ladder? What are some possible career paths?
There are actually a lot of options. You could move into a supervisory role within the ticketing department, overseeing a team of clerks.
Ooh, that leadership track. What else?
With the right experience, you could transition into management roles in customer service, event coordination, even sales and marketing.
Wow, so this could be a springboard to a whole range of opportunities.
Exactly. But no matter which path you choose, never stop learning. Take courses, go to industry events, stay curious about new technologies.
It's a constantly evolving field, right?
It is. RoleCatcher also recommends building a portfolio to showcase your skills.
A portfolio. For ticketing, what would that even look like?
Think of it as a highlight reel of your awesomeness. Include positive feedback, testimonials, case studies of tricky situations you solved.
So proof that I can handle those difficult customers.
Exactly. And don't forget the power of networking. Go to industry events, join professional associations, connect with people online.
Okay, I'm adding networking to my to-do list. It's all about building those connections.
It is. All right, are you ready to jump back into those interview questions?
Bring them on. I'm feeling more confident than ever.
Okay, here's one that often trips people up. What is your greatest weakness? It's tempting to try to spin a weakness into a strength, but be honest, be authentic.
So I shouldn't say, my weakness is that I'm a perfectionist.
Probably not. Choose a weakness that's relevant to the job but not a deal breaker, and then talk about how you're actively addressing it.
Okay, so I could say something like, I sometimes struggle with public speaking, but I'm taking a course to improve my communication skills.
Perfect. You've acknowledged an area for growth and shown that you're proactive about self-improvement.
Honesty and a growth mindset. That's the ticket. Now, what about those behavioral questions? Those always make me nervous. You know, the ones where they ask you to tell a story about a past experience?
Yes, like tell me about a time you had to deal with a difficult coworker, or describe a situation where you made a mistake and how you handled it.
Those are the ones. Any tips for conquering those?
The STAR method is your best friend here. Remember, situation, task, action, result.
The STAR method strikes again. It's like a magic formula for interview success.
It's a great way to structure your answer and keep your story clear and concise.
Okay, so set the scene, explain my role, detail the actions I took, and then highlight the outcome or the lessons I learned.
You got it. And choose examples that are relevant to the job and highlight the specific skills the interviewer is looking for.
Okay, I'm starting to feel like I can handle any curveball they throw at me.
Yeah.
Now, beyond answering questions effectively, what are some other things I can do to really impress those interviewers?
Remember, first impressions are everything. Dress appropriately for the interview, even if it's virtual. Be on time, or even a few minutes early.
It's about showing respect for everyone's time,
Right, exactly. And pay attention to your nonverbal cues. Make eye contact, smile, and listen actively.
Those little things can make a big difference.
They really can. And don't forget to ask questions at the end of the interview.
Ooh, right. That's always a bit nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
What kind of questions should I ask?
Prepare a few questions in advance based on your research about the company, the role, the team.
So nothing that I could easily find on their website. Got it.
Right. Ask questions that show you've done your homework and that you're genuinely interested in the opportunity.
Like what? Give me some examples.
You could ask about opportunities for professional development or the company's approach to customer service.
Those are great questions. It's all about showing that I'm engaged and eager to learn.
Exactly. Any other questions?
I think I'm good for now, but I have a feeling we'll have even more insights to share in the next segment.
You bet we do. Stay tuned, everyone, for the final act of our Ticket Issuing Clerk deep dive.
And we're back, ready to wrap things up and send you off with the knowledge and confidence to conquer that ticket issuing clerk interview.
We've covered a ton of ground, but we've got a few more essential tips to share.
All right, hit me with those final gems of wisdom. What do we
Yep.
need to know?
Remember, first impressions are everything. Even if it's a virtual interview, dress to impress, and be on time, or even a few minutes early.
Show them you're punctual and you respect their time.
Exactly. And don't underestimate the power of nonverbal communication. Make eye contact, smile, be an active listener.
Those little things can really make a big difference.
They absolutely do. Now, one more thing. At the end of the interview, be prepared to ask some thoughtful questions.
Ooh, yes. That question asking part, it always throws me off a little. Any tips for navigating that smoothly?
Have a few questions prepared in advance. Think about what genuinely interests you about the company, the role, the team.
So avoid the generic questions I could easily find on their website.
Right. Show them you've done your homework and you're really thinking about the opportunity.
Okay, so what kind of questions should I ask?
You could ask about opportunities for growth, the company's approach to customer service, or anything else that piques your interest.
Those are great examples. It's all about showing that I'm engaged and curious.
Exactly. And most importantly, be yourself. Let your personality shine through.
I love that. Authenticity is so important. It's easy to get caught up in trying to be the perfect candidate, but being genuine is what truly connects.
You said it.
Well, we've reached the end of our ticket issuing clerk deep dive. It's been an amazing journey. Any final words of wisdom for our listeners as they embark on their career adventure?
Remember, the world of ticketing is all about creating unforgettable experiences. And it's a field that offers diverse career paths. So explore, be curious, and never stop learning.
And don't forget, RoleCatcher is your secret weapon. Their career guides, interview prep tools, and AI-powered features are game changers.
They really are.
To all our listeners, best of luck on your career journey. With the right preparation, a positive mindset, and the willingness to learn and grow, you can achieve anything you set your mind to.
We'll see you in our next deep dive.